everyone, welcome back to the cottage. I'm Cheyenne with the Rosevine Cottage Girls, and this is Sky. And we just got a fun package in. We've got, oh, you want down? Okay. This is a package from Field and Forest with our new mushroom spawn for the year. So, let's go ahead and get this opened. I'll leave a link down in this description where you can find yours. We got two varieties this round. And I'll probably go back and order another or two. It's a little addictive. Instructions, and down here under the paper, I will pick that up later, don't worry. We have our first variety. This is Lion's Mane. This is going to be grown on hardwood pellets. It looks like it came in great condition. And our other one, we're actually going to go ahead and plant today. Sorry about the noise. This is our sawdust spawn for white cap mushrooms. This bed has already been prepped. I'll go take you out in just a second and tell you and show you what we've done to prepare for these. Can I help you? And then they're ready to go in our bed. Sky's into things. These ones, we're going to grow in buckets. This is a millet spawn. But yeah, we're going to do these a lot like we did our oyster mushrooms, just with hardwood pellets. So, let's head outside. If these come double bagged, you're going to remove the outer bag and leave these. Your grain spawn, you can leave it room temperature if you're going to be using it within the next week. If not, you can put this in the fridge. Unless it's a couple of certain types of mushrooms, it will say in your paperwork if this should be refrigerated or not. Because we're going to be using this right away, I'm not going to bother. We're going to keep it at room temperature. The grains, or the sawdust spawn, can also be refrigerated to store for up to 3 months, but the longer you store it, the less potent it's going to be, so it's really recommended to use it as soon as possible. So, we're ready to get it. Okay, so we've prepped our bed. We started with cardboard at the very bottom that was damp. Then we added soaked straw, nice and thick, and then topped it off with these wood chips to create a nice thick bed. Everything is really moist. And it is ready for planting now. Once we've got our mushroom spores, mushrooms in place and ready to inoculate this, we will just keep it moist and leave it be. And if I move this back, you can see you got a nice thick layer of straw down here, and it is drenched. So it's holding moisture really well after soaking, and the wood chips are helping to hold that moisture in place, which is going to be a perfect environment for getting these mushrooms started. And we've got a nice long bed to do. Alright, so I'm going to open this bag up and get it crumbled up, and then we're ready to start putting it in the bed. Doing this under our trees where it'll be mostly shady to help keep the sun from evaporating all the water from this bed. And this is sawdust spawn, and it's more prone to drying out, so you have to be a little bit more attentive that it stays nice and moist, so these mycelium can really inoculate the straw and the wood chips and grow. And we're just going to break this all up into pieces so that it will go across the bed. According to the website, a bag like this should do a 25-foot bed. We'll see what it ends up doing for me. We're just going to move our mulch back a little bit and sprinkle this over the top. Think you're sprinkling sugar on your oatmeal. Alright, that looks good. Alright, you can see it's not in a complete block anymore. It's more in fine chunks. And we're just going to go ahead and sprinkle this in our bed. I'm going to have to do it again when I get towards the bottom, but for now, this will work. You're going to want to make sure you do this in a place where you can water it regularly and keep this nice and moist. And once we are done, we're going to come back and walk along this bed to get it compacted. And we're just going to keep going like this until our bag of mushroom spawn runs out, and then we will keep it moist and we should have mushrooms in the fall, which is going to be absolutely wonderful. So that is how you inoculate your beds with the wine cap spawn. We did it in a flower bed under our trees, but you could do this anywhere really. You just need shade, or at least partial shade, to help shield the sun, or shield the sun from your beds. That way they don't dry out as quickly. You could do this in your vegetable garden between rows of plants. I actually would like to try this, and once our beds are inoculated, I may try to transfer some of it to another bed and see if I can inoculate more areas with the wine cap mushrooms. I would love to do this around our tomatoes. I think that would be a really great fit, especially once they are well established. That way we are using up as much space as we possibly can. But that is it. It's a really easy process. It's a great beginner mushroom. You just are going to keep your beds nice and moist. So we're going to be watering once to twice a day, just depending on our weather. We've got quite a few rainstorms coming up the next couple of weeks, so this is really going to be the perfect time for us to get these beds started. And we'll just maintain them throughout the season. You don't want them overrun with weeds, which is why we did the cardboard originally. But just, pick out any light weeds that you see and keep your beds moist, moist, moist. That's the most important part. And that's it. We will see you next time at the cottage. I'm so glad you joined us for another video. Until next time.